Hey, what's up? Dean, Super Performance, and it's hot and sweaty today, but the Hippo, Hoy Vey, all-wheel drive, just nightmare. Whatever brand engine brackets those are, these aftermarket ones, they do not fit very well. When I took these frame brackets off and the engine bracket, I don't know, with that little cradle bracket down there, the nuts were loose both sides, like very loose. And I said, man, that's weird, that definitely created noise. So I took them, tightened them up, and then fitting the motor in, I put this one on with the bolt in it loose and got it to the point where it was close to the frame. And this one was just fitted, everything was disconnected except for the motor mount, and it just would not, it was a nightmare. But I finally got this side to where I can get the frame bolts in, and this side I got one frame bolt in, but the motor mount bolt was way off. Like, that cradle hole was probably a half an inch down. Yeah, I think it was down, about a half an inch down. And I thought, man, that's what the hell's going on. And I ended up putting all three frame bracket bolts in, tightening them to pull the bracket to the frame. I put all three of the, well, I put the other one in on this side, tightened it to pull the motor that way, and it was still like half an inch away. So I ended up having to loosen the two bottom bolts, the little cradle bolts. They're way, that little nub and this little nub, they're welded in, and the nuts are on the bottom. So I had to loosen them. You can't really see it. Maybe you can kind of almost see it. I don't know if you can see that, but I had to rock that cradle up, get the bolt in, and then I just started kind of bouncing the motor to get it to set down the best I could. And then I tightened the nuts back from underneath. But I got that in. Then I got all of the bell housing bolts in except for this upper one over here, which I could do from the top, thankfully. I got the top changed to a stud so that this bracket could go back on. I just have to figure out which way this bracket goes on. I think it might be backwards or something, or upside down. I don't know, but it don't fit good like this. Like, it won't fit like that. It might just go like this, but that don't fit neither because all the tubes are not the right way. Cool. So I don't really know. I think it's backwards. I think all these little tabs are backwards on this. Ay, come on, bitch. There. So it might go like this. That seems possible there. That's definitely a no. That's definitely a no. It's gotta be that. That just seems weird. Yeah, I don't know. This stupid ass thing. But I get that on. I got the oil pressure sensor in. I gotta tighten that. Dipstick tube is mounted down somewhere there. Yeah, there it is. The bracket's on. The nut is on. I got the AC compressor bracket on, which I also loosened the bracket to get this bolt in, which was missing. So, yep, gave you another $300 bolt. Cam sensor plug. All the grounds are done on this side. The, what are they called? Knock sensors are plugged in. Starter's wired up and in. Hopefully I can get the header past the starter. I think I can, because the bell housing is bigger than the starter, so pretty sure I'll be able to get the header up in here. I got the driver's side header on. Made sure to absolutely slobber grease all over it. But I got that on tight. Every single bolt is in it. You can see the back one, the second one, the two middle ones, that one, and that one. None of them are broke, so that's good. I got the grounds back where they go. This one goes up here, and then there's two down here. There's a battery ground and then a sensor ground off the harness for whatever sensor it is. It goes back there. It was all the way up here on the bottom cam sensor like extension harness. It was on that bolt down there. It doesn't belong there. It belongs back here with this one. What else? Torque converter bolts are all in, Loctited. Yeah. I think that's about it. Oh, I got the fittings for the fuel line. So I got the adapter in and then the 180 degree, because this intake, I got it upside down because I got to change all these vacuum ports, but that bar will be too far back, or AN fitting will be too far back, so I'm going to run a small piece of hose there. I'll sort out the vacuum ports. I think I'm going to do the brake booster to the back, kind of like it is on the factory intake. I just have to be careful that that's not too long. I don't think it will be, but it might be, so I might need to do like a 90 in the back of that intake, because this one, you can see it sits here and it's straight and then the hose curves. This one's, yeah, I mean, it's about the same. I don't know. No, that one is farther back because this side would be that side. So it is a little farther back, so I might have to do like a 90 on it. I don't know. I have that hose over here. I got the steam port. Yeah, here's that hose here. So I mean, it's got a little bit. I might be able to just cut it back and clamp it on to this barb. Steam port, I got to change the O-rings. And then I'm going to have to snatch that water pump off. But that'll all be for tomorrow. Today, I'm done. I'm wore out. This thing, oh, I got the axles are in. That's right. The axles are in. All the suspension's bolted back up. He'll have to get it aligned. I'm not an alignment guy. So yeah. All the big things are done. Like, done. So the last big thing is this header. And I was just waiting to get everything in there, so I should be good to put that header back on now. Then I got to change the oil sensor pigtail, which is here, because the little clip that holds it right here is broke off. You can see there's no clip to hold it down on the actual sensor. And then I have to change the water temp sensor because that plug is completely destroyed. So I'm just gonna grab two they're almost the same plug, but they're not. I'm gonna grab two of the plugs off of one of the harnesses I have, crimp them in, and be done with that. And then on to just throwing all the stuff back in here that needs to be thrown in. The accessory drive, that's fairly simple. Power steering hoses. I got to put the coolant sensor in. Then, which I don't think I have a new one. Not that he deserves it. These are 3-prong. Yeah, that's a 3-prong. 3-prong for like swap stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a coolant temp sensor, so I'll snatch the one out of his head, put it in there. You could see how they had it zip tied to hold it. So I'll cut the zip ties off. But yeah, making progress. So I'm gonna get this up in the air, pull the two cars underneath, and head out of here for today. So hopefully, not hopefully, by the end of the day tomorrow, my plan is to have it running. I'm going to get everything on it, get those two pigtails changed out, get everything done, so that the only thing left is to just figure out the intake with like the little emission purge valve thing, which I don't really know how I'm gonna do that. I mean, it's just vacuum to that solenoid, so I should be able to use one of the ports under the intake and do like a rubber hose. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I don't know. I hate you, Jeff. But I gotta swap the injectors over to that rail. Probably gonna have to make new brackets for the fuel rails because his injectors are a little bit shorter than the Deka 80s. That's not really a big deal. I could just re-drill the holes actually. Yeah. So plan is by the end of the day tomorrow to either have it running or really, really, really close to like do something really stupid, simple, and get it running. Pretty sure I'll have it running by the end of the day tomorrow. And then we're just gonna start doing the tune on it. Unfortunately, he pressured me into that. So yeah, just one of those guys that he likes to tell me I can't do something, you know, like work on his hippo, which I'll never work on again. He was like, yeah, I didn't think you could do it. But yeah, I did it, Jeff. It's all done. And I greased everything up. So, smudges, my guy, smudges. But anyways, I appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, leave me a comment, hit the bell to be notified. Have a good day.